Trucker Steve here. This is another small clip from Other Trucker News. In Arkansas, a tow truck operator claims that 80% of the accidents are from foreign drivers. Now, listen closely to Jeff, who's the tow truck operator, and listen to his words. Most likely you're going to hear, most likely, probably. That's not facts. He might be right, but we want facts.
Testify and say to vote no on the Arkansas Trucking Association Bill 1745. Now, in this testimony, I thought it was extremely interesting here. And you guys are my eyes and ears out there. So tell me the truth. What are you seeing out there? And do you agree with this statement here? They had one of the largest tow truck companies in Arkansas testify, stating that they believe that 80% of the calls that they get are of foreign truck drivers that have flipped over or gotten crashes in their state, right? So I would love to hear from you guys what you guys are seeing and if you agree with that number or not.
Next I think it's Jeff Casper, is that correct? Jeff, if you will introduce yourself, you may proceed after you do that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, committee. Jeff Casper, I own B&D Towing in West Memphis. I'm probably one of the state's largest towing companies. Going to kind of give you a little perspective on what we see. Some of it sounds a lot like what Greg just said, but so I started in 2003, and going back 20 years, most of the non-U.S. citizen trucking companies were from the Soviet Union bloc. You had Russia, Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Yugoslavia. They probably accounted for, I'm going to say, 10% or less in all commercial vehicle accidents, major accidents. And lost revenue was real small at that time in the towing industry. Let's fast forward, and what you have today, majority of that trucker is from Africa, African countries, Middle Eastern countries, Pakistan, India, certain Asian countries. And all kidding aside, they probably are responsible for about 80% of all commercial vehicle accidents we work nowadays out there. Whether the truck's laying on the side, whether it's ran off in the woods, in the ditch. Seriously, about 8 out of 10 is from that individual right there. And lost revenue is extreme, like Greg said. Extreme. Way underinsured. Maybe the solution is at a federal level for all that. I know they carry, a general liability policy from FMCSA. They carry some cargo insurance to protect the shipper and the broker until it hits the dock. But most of the time, that's all they cover. No physical damage. It's like liability only in a big truck. And it's become a huge problem in the industry. Makes it tougher on them guys to make a living because the rate is junk. 20 years, everything's increased 120% plus in transportation. Equipment, tires, fuel, insurance, everything. The only thing that hasn't increased is the trucking rate. Some of these rates are the same as they was 20 years ago. These companies can probably make it okay because what they're netting a week is probably more than they made in a month or two where they come from. How them boys stay in business nowadays is beyond me.